Hello, good evening. Yes, you are seeing what I am seeing on the screen. A very strange looking man who has every everyone who is parents know what it's like to have sick children. And when the virus gets on you, that's when the fun really starts. So I'm doing much better than I look, but yeah, I'm using the Vodcast tonight as a way to heal and improve. But you have to bear with me that I am basically a very weary dad who has been sick and had a sick child for over a week. So, welcome to TimeAttack.tv's Vodcast. And tonight we're going to talk King of Finland. And that also means we are pushing in the season in these not so supernatural, but nature had told us last Friday that spring is here. Spring has been here now for what is it? I even lost track on days. So David, help me. When was Friday? I've lost track on the days. I have my co-producer David with me also. Hello.
Hello, everyone. I think it's like 3-4 days, right? Three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like even scientifically, we have had spring for 4 days. So this podcast will be our step into the season, and we got some really good ones coming up because we've been working on King of Finland, where we last year did history. We basically freaking did it. We did it, and this podcast is going to be an opportunity for me and my esteemed guest and someone I love to push buttons with. I don't know. I sometimes feel maybe I'm dreaming a bit, but like we are some sort of step brothers or something. You know, we love each other, but we also love to mess with each other. But we're gonna have Tommy Asikainen here, and I would like to call him the the guy who, and I know this might sound a bit big, and why shouldn't it? He's the guy who rejuvenated the scene in Finland. Him and the R811 team, especially the partnership between that exists now between Finland and Sweden. And thanks to him, it just so happens we have another crew member who has done a lot of historical badass shit in the time attack scene in Northern Europe. And her name is Kirsi Imonen. She'll also join us later and we'll discuss what's up with King of Finland. It's not very long to go. David, can you put up the... Do we have a King of Finland banner? No, I don't even think we have one. We have a calendar banner for this season. So we'll see the dates that are preliminary dates that are locked at Alastaro Circuit. A lovely, really juicy big track where the really quick cars go sub 2 minutes. Well, the R8 101 obviously goes much faster than that, but we'll get into that soon too. So it's the 15th to 16th of May. So yeah, we have to get busy. Less than 2 months away, and that's why we are doing no bullshit, no small talk, real talk stuff in this podcast. So I would like to bring aboard the man who will also help us with the language barrier somehow. The man who rejuvenated, or should I say, brought back a scene to even exist in Finland again. Please welcome Tommy Asikainen. Nice. We are really both having that weird tech bro look today, I think.
Oh yeah, I was just walking the dog outside, so I might be a bit red, but doesn't matter.
What's up with your glasses? What's on your screen? It looks like, or is it the reflection?
Oh yeah, that's a reflection.
You look like you
Remove
have
these.
some.
I still see you.
Okay, I be the only tech bro here. Good. Tommy, I'd like you to give our loyal viewers and any new viewers, because I hope this episode will be seen by a lot of, especially as we will push this very hard to all our any customer sources with drivers in Finland will hopefully see this. So give us a run back on you and how we started off and where we ended up.
Damn. So everything basically started in 2023, I guess, when I called you. Was it 23 or 22? Maybe I remember that's 23. No, actually, 22. In the summer, I called you that I would like to drive in Sweden.
Oh,
What do
you
think
called
about
me
that?
already in 22 because...
Yeah, because 23 was the first time that I was in Sweden.
Did you come with the bus in 23?
Yes.
And
we started with
what?
the old damn bus. That was
You sure it's
exciting trip
23
down
and
to
not
Sweden.
24?
No, because
No,
24
you're right.
we were in Australia.
Oh yeah, that's right. But did you
Yeah.
bring the bus the second year too?
No, I didn't think so. That was the only year that we used the bus. And then I switched to the truck, which is a lot more reliable than the bus that we had.
Sorry, you had a YouTube channel, right? You have your own channel except for the R8 channel, right?
Yes, I do. Fat Cat Racing. And there might be some old videos from the back in the day when we had the bus.
Yeah.
You should really go check that out because if
David,
you're
can you
driving the bus from 80s
what's the name
all
of
the
your
way from
channel?
Finland to Sweden.
It's Asikainen Racing? No, it's
No, you should find it with my name, Tommy Asikainen or Fat Cat Racing. Either way.
Either way, you were a driver, you contacted me.
Oh yes.
What did you tell me?
Just
What the hell? Why
interested
did
to
you
do
bother
TimeAttack.
me?
I was just interested to do TimeAttack Broad, and I heard about the Swedish Championship and I watched a few videos from YouTube, and I was like, yeah, those guys must have something better than what we have in Finland, because TimeAttack in Finland was already going downhill during the time. But yeah, that's how it started. I came to Sweden and there we met for the first time. And next year I was already talking to you about let's do event in Finland also, so we can have some kind of TimeAttack competition that is a bit more than what I'm used to.
Yeah, you came as a driver, you had your Audi, it's an A4, right? It's not an S4, or is it an S4?
Yeah, it used to be an A4, but it has an S4 engine and...
Is that your bus?
Yes, that's the old bus.
Yeah, it has a very, vintage charm to it,
It had. That was a great times with that bus.
Yeah, you were almost run over by it, by the way.
Oh, actually, yeah, that happened at the paddock, but it is what it is.
That's what part of the vintage charm, or what?
Yeah, and also driving up the ferry without having a clutch with the bus is quite interesting.
Yeah. Well, again, these are charming little stories. As soon as your wallet recovers, at least. So you came and you visited, and you said that you had a lot of hopes and dreams. And you, my friend, you're not the only driver who has that passion and enthusiasm. But let me take it from here. From one year to another, you actually delivered. I mean, you actually got, I think, a dozen Finns to sign up, and I think most of them, I think it was like 9 or 10 Finnish teams came to Mantorp Park, which like smashed the previous record of Finnish drivers attending. So how did that come about? Was it because the current scene in Finland was already dead, or what's the really uncensored reason for that? A young guy in a shitbox Audi. I'm being mean, but I don't mean it. I'm being mean, but I guess it's better content. I mean, a guy with a shitbox Audi gets a lot of the legends and a lot of other people to like, oh, so you're saying Sweden is nice?
Yeah, it could be because of many factors, but if you are crazy enough, you can convince other people to do crazy stuff also. So I think that's about it. I told everyone that you should come and join with me there's a great event in Sweden, and a few other people actually came with me. I think that's total of 11 or 10 drivers.
Yeah.
Do I remember right?
And that's 24.
Yeah, like during 24.
Was a great year, by the way. And yeah, all of them left happy and satisfied, and holy shit, I mean, that enthusiasm fueled. Yeah, now I see why I'm getting the years also confused. That then we started to working for 2025, and that's when we decided, why don't we make an event in Finland?
Yeah.
So we also did the event, and since we have a show, and the show needs to deliver good content, let's talk a little bit about last year's King of Finland, which, by all regards, was amazing. But everything amazing comes at a price, and everything amazing, unless you're some, I don't know, some Instagram hack, always comes with its, should I say, lessons learned and challenges.
Definitely.
So we spoke to each other, and first of all, let's say it how it is. Both of us have had more passion and more visions than maybe we've had available time, because both of us are fathers of very small children.
That was tough times before King of Finland, especially with all the changing things during the event and before that, and that equaled with the newborn child during the winter or springtime. I have to say that there wasn't much left of me after the event.
Yeah, I think that includes every one of us, and even most of those who helped out on the event. And I think a lot of drivers also like really pushed it to make it happen. Which, yeah, at the time, have you ever heard? Let's get philosophical. Have you ever heard of a book, a very old ancient book called The Art of War?
Actually, we might have talked about it.
Yeah, it's one of the really, really ancient ones, and it's basically a guide on how to run a war, how to keep your enemy guessing, and how to inspire your armies. And one of the most, I think, timeless advice from that book that I get in my head is that you need to get your army to pass the halfway point. Because then it's gonna be longer to go back home than it is to go in and freaking defeat your enemies.
Oh yeah.
Then you're like, yeah, okay, the closest way to home is actually go and defeat the enemy, and then I go home. Because, if I go home now, it's actually a bit longer. It's like there is some psychological, not so advanced reasoning behind this. And I think that's kind of what we when we decided, and when we felt like, okay, it's a new event, and yeah, we're finding out a lot of things, even just a few weeks and days before the event. And yeah, I can especially say that you and I have to put you on top of the list of being the most crazy one. That just, it's gonna happen, doesn't matter, it's gonna happen. And you also had, we're gonna get to that, the partners from your end that helped to make those final steps. So interesting times, and like I said before we scheduled this, should we do it a top three? Top three, what worked, what I really remember, and top three, here's what I wish I could, when I say a DeLorean, a little DeLorean to step into, you know what I mean, right?
Oh yeah. Go back and change those things.
Go back and talk to Tommy, who refuses to bow down and talk to Mikke, who is like, I really don't know. Maybe this is a cultural thing. It'll probably work out, and it did. But it wasn't easy, brother.
No, it wasn't. I have to admit that. But
You want to start with the good or the bad stuff? I mean, good or bad? I mean, everything. Life is good as long as you're alive and not dying. It's good, right?
let's start with the good ones.
Yeah.
It's always a good way to start.
You want to do your free and I'll do my free, okay?
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
I'll begin.
What are you drinking? Is that some blueberry soda?
Yeah, actually it is.
That sounds so Finnish.
Blueberry.
That's so Finnish. We don't drink.
Well, it's really good.
We don't mess them that much in Sweden with blueberries. Maybe blueberry pie, and that's it.
Oh, that's strange. But it's really common in Finland. So top 3. I thought about it first. Where everything began. Like, what was the starting point? What I wanted to reach with the event during the King of Finland, and actually we achieved that. The first good thing is that we finally brought a proper time attack event after years back to Finland. And I'm really proud of that still. Even though it was really hard, but I'm really proud of it. And second thing, I'm really happy that we got so many drivers. The past years when I was driving in Finland before coming to Sweden, I never met so many drivers in the same place, even though we had these events that were quite alive, that they used to have drivers quite constantly, but we never reached so many drivers for time attack than what we actually achieved at the first year with King of Finland. And that's the second good thing.
Yeah, and let me add stats. I wish I could put up some stats, but I believe that there were 60, 50 high or 60 something drivers starting and
60
finishing.
63 or 64 was the final number.
That's actually a very good number considering that there has been, due to, I mean, look at your bank account, look at your fuel pricing the past few years, don't look at the news actually, because it's only shit. Don't look in the news because it's only shit. So
I haven't seen good news like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't. I look at me. Do I look like someone who watches the news? No. Okay, I do kind of, but not that much. But yeah, you said that this was a record number of time attack starters ever, and it was like
yes,
not just by a little, by quite a lot. And yeah, I mean,
no, we
technically you could let your father and mother participate and fluff the numbers, but these were legit 60 something time attack cars or some legit beginners who were doing it with all their heart. So yes, good point.
All of us were time attack drivers, definitely. I'm so proud of, especially about the people who came for the first time to join the event and felt like that they want to try time attack. That was really something that made my day.
What's your number one? The previous number, sorry, yeah?
The previous number of the drivers in time attack event, I remember something like 39 drivers was the record.
Mm-hmm.
So we smashed it quite easily.
Yeah. And I mean, in Sweden, there has been a little decline the past few years. But before, during the biggest years, with the best economy and whatever, then we've been running an average of like 80 something cars. And I think that the most number of drivers ever signed up, this is me bragging a bit, and it doesn't matter. You brag about old stuff and you're like a fool, right? But I'm just mentioning it now because it's not like this right now. And we're working very hard to get back to it somehow. So I think 94 people paid and signed up. I don't think 94 started because they during the weekend had some issues or whatever. But yeah, it's 90 something that is the top number in Sweden. So I think for a first ever time in Finland, it's huge, and it's. I'll tell you this. I think it's hard when you sit in a conversation like this, and you talk about the feeling of an event, and on perhaps a track day. On a track day where you're 30 people and you're like, holy shit, this is like cricket sounds. And when you're like 50, it's like, this is a nice track day. And it's the same with time attack events, which actually every competitor adds something because they usually have a pit area that is a bit bigger than a track day. So yeah, the feeling of an event, that is, even when we were last year at King of Mantorp, I think almost 70 something, which is the best in a few years, and we had that racing class with us. Then there's a different feeling in the air, and naturally, when you come to Germany and you have like 100 something starting, then yeah. So yeah, it's amazing how you feel like, yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're 50 or 70, right? Yeah, no, it's a big difference. Every 10 drivers adds to the feeling of the event. So sorry, we got sidetracked. We broke the record, and we kind of also broke a pattern. That's like something that's very hard to break, something that has stagnated. And we did it. So that's your number 3, and your number 2. What's your number 1, Tommy?
So the number 1, I went through already about breaking the drivers and then bringing the event there. The number 1, I haven't said this, like, this isn't the best one. All of these things are like in top 3 for me. I haven't said
Okay. I was the one who made it top 3.
The last one,
literally.
I'm proud of that. We actually could make an event where we broke the record with the Fat Cat. I know it sounds selfish.
Oh, the lap record, the outright lap record. Yes, of course.
Yes, because it was the new track. We had done like unofficial record previously, but now it's actually an official lap record. And that could be just done only by King of Finland. Otherwise, it couldn't be done.
Yeah. Now we're actually, that's good. David, can you put it full screen? We're going to get a little resume and put it on sound maybe. A resume of the unlimited class where the Fat Cat actually broke the lap record. Can we get that in full screen now? I'm seeing it here. And these are, by the way, the video highlights. There we go. 150. What's 154 now? Did Sammy drive? No, that's Pro Mod. Now comes the unlimited class. Here we go.
Here is the top 3 in the powered by TT Speed Unlimited class in King of Finland 2025. P3 Jari Katiska Subaru Impreza STI. P2 Tom Warelius Solution F BMW. P1 Sami Sivanen, Audi R8 1-to-1 Fat Cat.
Hey Robin!
Visit TimeAttack.se for more info about Scandinavian time attack.
Blink of an eye and they start driving faster than us.
That's crazy. That must be a Finnish thing, though. So you got the lap time there, 1:39 on that big ass track.
Yes.
I mean, that just shows you how incredibly quick. When you talk Mantorp, when you went 109 on Mantorp, that was lightning quick. And that means that you are 10 seconds faster than a really, 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 really quick Porsche from factory and a good driver. But here, yeah, the difference just gets bigger.
It is, and track is really technical, fast places, fast corners. Overall, I like the track. The model that they have created with the new way that they have built the track is just I say that it reaches international level. Even it has a lot of challenges, even though it's flat, but it has everything that it needs. It doesn't require any like height differences.
David, can you get the track layout if you chase it? That was your top 3 good stuff that you remember from the weekend. I'll bring up mine. Mine are apologies for them being a little corporate, but they're very important because if you don't have a business sense in this, you basically don't care about the customers.
No, because
business
that
is
doesn't bring you continuously.
business is not only about making money. Business is about offering value, right? That's what one of these Alex Hermosi guys would say, right? These gurus. You're bringing value. You're bringing something to the person who pays you something. So yeah, mine are maybe a bit more skewed to that. So I did mine in like this top list thing. You know, on P3.
Okay. So let's start with the third one.
P3. The partners. You brought in partners. You brought in some companies that have been long in the game, that have been like supporting drifting and supporting other motorsports. There we go. We can talk about that in a minute. And they took a gamble and they supported from your end mostly the event, and they made it happen. So I'll mention this. We'll finally get a little, call it flashback to the event, a video, in a way to promote this year's event. It's in the making. I think David, as you can see on these highlight videos we showed, we have a lot of nice material from that year. And these partners, they're going to get their flowers for helping make this happen. Tommy, maybe you can actually list them off from the top of your mind. I remember Kimile Customs, I remember TT Speed, remember Finjector.
Yes. Finjector, then Erihinaus, one of the great sponsors of the event, and also Conti Jätkät. They brought the sauna. That was actually quite good in that weather.
Yeah. And there were also some specific partners that Kirsi and the EV side of things brought in that actually made the thing appear on, I suppose
national
it's...
TV.
Yes, I suppose it's fair to say it was on national TV, which is
Yes,
like
we
did that in Sweden in 2015 and 16. And yeah, I mean the digital, and you're an expert in this, Tommy, the digital and marketing landscape has changed. The media channels available have changed. But it's a really big deal if you find these commercial channels.
Oh yeah.
Then you still have a really nice reach.
And the name of the show that we were actually played in was called Technavi, which is one of the biggest automotive and technical shows that is actually running on TV now. And then special thanks to Kirsi for making this deal, so we could show the actual.
David, do you have access to that
TV.
shit? David, you have that somewhere?
And also thanks to the sponsors who were providing this for us, and one of them I remember was Continental.
Yes.
And that was a great part of the whole weekend, that we actually could display the event national TV. And afterwards there was a lot of interviews coming from Perttu and Kirsi and others who were involved with the EV class. And I have to say, actually, can I add one more good thing?
Yes.
Only one.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that. We actually achieved that we could run finally a first competition for EV cars in Finland ever.
I suppose a really smart person will have that on his list. So anyway, the partners, that's my P3. And thank you so much for in my baby sick dad brain not having that on top of my mind. Thank you so much, all of you partners. Your flowers are coming in the post, or rather flashback to last year to hype up this year's video. On my second place, now this is maybe a bit more general, but I felt some of the old school Time Attack passion there. You know? Looking at the cars in the pit area, looking at the diversity of cars, looking at the curiosity, the absolute zero prestige and humbleness between drivers. Like I say, they use the word gratitude. I felt a lot of gratitude, and I felt there was a lot of drivers writing to me privately. I remember also, I mean, and I'm if you look at me now, I'm recovering, but I'm still quite sick. I mean, I was really sick that weekend. And sorry to spoil anyone who
I
was close to
remember
me.
that, yeah.
I was so sick. And if you look at those Tech Navi clips, I have performed borderline black magic to be able to talk. And my voice is like this.
Wasn't it like that you lost your voice after the
Yeah.
event for a few days? Or?
It was lost during the event and after the event, and I was lost. I was on another planet somehow, and I was dealing with a lot of other stuff in
Rough trip to Finland.
life stuff, you know. So yeah, it was really cool. And that's the lovely girl who Anina, who interviewed everyone. This is a really great segment. We let it run in the background while I tell my story. So this is the segment that was on national TV. Thanks to Kirsi and her team, and Continental, I think, were the ones who were. Oh, there I am. At least I'm cleanly shaved. Holy shit! I forgot how I look without a beard. How quickly that happens, doesn't it? Well, you get used to having a beard.
Yeah, it's only one night, and you just shaved yesterday, and suddenly you have this beard that I've.
Oh, that's you. I've been saving mine.
Have you now?
I've saved mine for months, man. I'm going for the full Parsifal wasteland look, if that says anything to anyone. So
I'm considering changing for the summer. I might go bald.
Bald, okay. You're gonna look like some.
I'm putting all into my hair. I've been growing my hair lately. I just saw your hair and immediately had to change my style. I had to grow my hair because it was cut away in Australia, and now it's time to grow it back.
I like you in hair, bro. That bromancing comment. No homo. I like it. You look younger with the hair, I think.
Thanks. Hopefully they will start asking me papers when I buy alcohol from the store.
I mean, brother, embrace that shit, because once you go old, you're like, you have that little anxiety and a little hope that, oh, maybe they'll ask me and I'll not feel
I'm
like
living
an old
during that time
dirtbag.
now. That is the time that I'm living right now.
Yeah, it's shifting,
every time
right?
I'm waiting for them to ask.
Okay. So you're bothered by it.
A bit.
Yeah, you're spoiled because you're young still. Anyway, the passion, I really felt it. And I felt it that when I was going home and I was so sick and I was so relieved and proud of us, I think we are allowed to indulge in all that, especially 1 year later, how that we pulled it off, even though so many things were stringing up against us. And we said to ourselves, we're not going to cry about this. We're going to deliver. Like
yeah, we are going to
I've been watching too many Alex Hermosi clips lately, so you see these productivity gurus and you're like, you need to deliver, you need to finish. We did that. We were adults about it. We were not babies. But it was so nice afterwards, and people wrote in the chat. I was like, oh, is this how it used to be? And I'm not saying that Swedes are ungrateful. Swedes are used to, and they keep paying, and that is their gratitude. And I have no beef about that. But it's still nice to have some people who are like, oh, it was so nice. It was well over my expectations, and thank you so much. It's like, oh, okay, so this is how it looks like. So it was a nice, warm feeling inside the heart. And just to just finish the list. Number 1, I said this in the Tech Navi show. It must be. By all means, you already said it because you tried to steal my smartness. It's the EV thing. We had 12 EVs competing, one of the biggest classes. And we had on the test day, I think they made up like a third of all of the test day spots. So Kirsi really brought it and actually showed the entire world that you're saying EV track racing is possible. And yeah, it is, especially in the Time Attack format. And we'll get to another format too. It's perfect. Perfect, well, not perfect. That's the wrong word. They are heavy cars. They have their limits. But in the Time Attack format, with all the power they have, it's very possible. You've done some driving in Tesla on the track, right?
Yeah, I've done driving education that I've done for the EV drivers in Finland. And TimeAttack is a great fit for the EV cars, especially looking at the power platform, how it delivers. You don't need to drive constant 10 fast-paced laps after one another, but the in time attack, you can just focus during the fast lap and then cool off and go back to the paddock and so on. So you can save quite a lot of battery, which fits for the EV platform really good.
Yeah. And they are quite reliable too, I must say.
Yes.
I know we did a lot of research and we were up against some, I would say,
Officials.
assumptions. Yeah, no, assumptions that EV cars are unsafe for the track and they will catch fire if you are taking a corner wrong, and it's just plain wrong. We've done it now for a full season and a half or two, one official and one unofficial. We did European Championship with them. You know how many incidents? Suck on this. 0. I mean, cars go off, that's one thing. But no EV related incidents. And we are supported by our national federation wholeheartedly because they are left untouched in the drivetrain and power unit. And that's good.
And that's how it should be.
Yep. Okay, let's switch to what we learned in hindsight. What could have been better? We had the DeLorean, Tommy. What are we going to do about it? Let me hear.
Okay. Well, this couldn't be changed, but the third position, if I'll just list them like you did, that the last one is the best. Third place was the weather. It was really damn cold and it was raining. But actually, we had good moments in the weekend, so we didn't have to run the whole weekend in the rain. But otherwise,
it was most of the test day that was really terrible. What wasn't
it? Part of the time it was really terrible. We had rain and quite low temperatures, which wasn't the most fantastic choice for the weekend. But otherwise, we also had great times. There was a dry track and sun was shining. Actually, more than it was raining, which was good.
Yeah, I'm seeing here in the chat too. We're having a lot of guests here. We have Fritte, we have Mr. Buddha, we have Mia Karlsson, and we have Ulrika Ullis. And Fritte, first of all, now on speaking of the weather, and he was on the main, what's it called? The main post, the main, the Finnish flag. Yeah,
Watch
he was
tower.
Yeah, the weather could have been way with many A's better.
Yeah, I can imagine what he's been experiencing at the tower, because that place is quite windy at the track.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people in the check-in too that just battled through, and yeah, it was cold. And number 2 on your list, the 3 things you would change if you had the DeLorean.
Well, second thing that I would have changed, I felt like that I should have done more to find drivers from other sports to join us, because the time attack is so easy for even other cars from different sports to join.
Universal.
For example, you could have taken rallycross cars and bring them to the track, or some rally sprint cars. Those could have been a great fit for time attack, but I just couldn't reach that audience. And that's something that I would have wanted to improve. And also, even more, those first-timers who have the cars that are looking at the track days and are interested to join them but are not so confident about it. I should have done something more to reach those people and make them feel like that they are welcome to the weekend. Even though it's a competition, they would have easy way coming into motorsports and joining for Craze Motorsport weekend.
But this, Tommy, this has been, what can you call it? It's been one of those, the word is elusive, hard to catch. I've been trying for years to grip that time attack is the perfect way to test your limits, to test your car in a much safer way than on the roads, actually. And yet I feel that I can't grasp, and even though I've been doing this for, holy shit, as a series since 2012, so that makes it like 13 professional, not professional, but championship years. And I still feel that, that thing, it's always, we work hard on it, but I feel like it's that that Matrix moment is still to come. That moment when Neo is like, oh, I don't have to do actions like this whole Zen and the whole that he's part of the code. We're not there yet, I think.
It takes time, and I think there's a new format which can actually reach more audience than we even can imagine now. And I hope for that full of like opening the ketchup bottle, so we can finally reach those audiences that we've been missing for years now and have been thinking our heads through that. How can we reach them?
It's a good go at it. I think that's a humble way to see it, and we'll get to what you're saying. You wish you could have done more. Yeah.
I also mentioned that I'm really proud of those drivers from Endurance, and I think there was a couple of drivers from Rally side also who broadcast and wanted to try out. And
in a very
some
organic
other
way,
track
there were
racing-
some crossovers.
Yeah, some circuit racing, like we have this class called Standard 1600 in Finland. A few of those cars were also running, and micro endurance cars. That made the club class battle quite tight.
That was insane. The lowest class of them all, on the lowest powered class by far, on the biggest track, was actually won, and the podium was made up in, was it like tenths of a second or something quite insane like that?
Yeah, that was, and top 5 was running inside of like 3 seconds.
Yes, and on a 2-minute track, that's...
Yeah, that's really tight.
I wish I could say that we engineered and we have had Elon Musk help us with the rulebook, but we don't. But it's obviously a very good and balanced rulebook. Like the stats, if we're lucky, we're lucky. But look at that, and it's the same in Sweden. So good point, that actually a bonus point, that the Club Go class and the Time Attack classes, that it's a part of the thing that we brought to Finland. We brought our professional rulebooks there, that we are 100% serious now. These are the best rule books in the world. There is no championship that spends so much time on the rule books.
That those rule books are really think through, and they work really well. You can find yourself a class, and once you are in the class, you have actually tight competition despite the difference between the cars.
Yeah. So beginners, you wish you could have had more crossovers and more beginners, and that's the one hard to get, even though it seems easier. What's your number one thing you have regrets or you would like to fix if you could?
We kind of already spoke about it. I didn't want to spoil it, but I think we should have taken a bit more time to arrange everything, because that was a really hard push. During the midwinter, when I was looking at things and thinking that we are down in the ditch and I'm not sure do we get up from here anymore, that was the point that everyone was thinking that should we just back out, and I was like, no no way, we are going to pull this off, because I need this to happen, and I knew that people are waiting for this to happen also in Finland, and that's what eventually actually happened. But I think that's purely because of I was so into it. I had done the decision that it's going to happen now, and that's it. I didn't have any other option in my own mind, and I don't say that was wise, but I think that was the only way to make it happen.
Yeah.
So if I would have been smart, I think I would have chosen a different time or taken a bit more time to arrange everything. After all, the schedule was tight from September to May.
1 year in development extra. I concur. I mean, and making that statement sounds a bit like you're talking about a failure when we obviously saw it was a success. But
No,
sometimes
it wasn't a failure.
No, that's what I'm saying. But when you start talking, I'm saying that if you would clip this, what we talked about.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I wish we could have taken one more year. It sounds like one of those fucking Netflix festivals that went off the rails and was really poorly prepared and people were starving and whatever. It was nothing like that. But I do agree that one more year of development would have been. We wouldn't have made history. The event wouldn't have been there, and we don't have the event, and that's like it's very debatable. But giving it one more year of development could have definitely in our private situations it would have been very helpful.
Yeah, it could have been easier for us.
Yes,
Definitely,
because
that's one of the big parts of it. But
yeah,
there's a downside also that it could be that the event would have never happened if we just gave it a one more year and then suddenly decided that it's not worth it using our time to do it. So there's always two sides in a coin.
yes, I believe that's really a chicken or the egg question, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So my list looks like this. It's very similar to yours. It's also a bit more, since I'm this tech bro now. Number 3, clear goals. I've been terrible my whole life at setting clear goals. I just feel that clear goals is something that is suffocating, and that's so wrong because clear goals is very liberating. I'm not sure if you follow me, but I mean,
I
clear.
know, but it's better to set clear lines and clear goals which needs to be reached.
Because
It sounds
if you don't, I will not tell you the deeper psychological reasons of it. You will have an instinct to not set a goal, but you will see a goal that always keeps getting away from you. Oh, I was getting to that goal. Well, then I'll just move it and keep chasing it, and you will never be happy. You will maybe have good productive outcome like that, but it's not a very healthy mental approach. So I would love to have set clear goals, especially within the team where there were so many of us not knowing each other that well, that we would have just micro goals for each one of us. That's such an easy hindsight, and I've struggled with that. I'm not the Alex Harmozy of Time Attack. I just keep doing stuff I think is fun, and it seems to sometimes work out, and sometimes it's an unreasonably stressful and leaving a lot of potential on the table kind of ordeal. So clear goals was something that I felt this event was very, very, again, another year of development, clearer goals, and who knows what could have happened then. Number 2 is that I felt that I personally underestimated the Swedish and Finnish language barrier a little bit. Because when you and me talk, when me and Kirsi and Perttu, her husband, and also one of the, I would say, founders of this event, talk, it's no hassle. When I talk to the Time Attack drivers, it's no hassle. But when it came to the whole climax of it, and when it came to selecting certain partners, certain challenges, I felt the language barrier, and this is me in hindsight. And I feel that you should not waste your time on hindsight unless you are talking about valuable lessons. I'll bring this as a valuable lesson and a little bit of a hindsight. Respect the language barrier. It's probably a bigger issue than you think. And I was sitting, like, perhaps taking more blame on me now, maybe sitting on my end of being the top responsible person for the concept, to not really looking down and seeing, are we meeting again with the clearer goals? Are we meeting the criteria? Are we really avoiding problems that we know happen unless they are checked? I think I can, in hindsight, say that I underestimated the language barrier, and that this might be harsh. Finnish people are generally not as good or like to use maybe English as much as maybe Swedish people do.
Yeah, it is true. Languages, they are teached in school, but there's a huge gap between the generations. There are people are used to speaking English, like my generation. Most of us do speak and understand English quite well, and some of us even do Swedish even better than I do. But then there is the gap. After the gap, even English language, it's not familiar. People are not so confident to talk in it with that language, and also maybe can be unable to understand sometimes, especially when we are talking about things that is related to arranging events and finding stuff and being like trying to solve things in a quite fast pace, as it is every time as we are having an event. So the language barrier is definitely there, and then also there are cultural differences which will
Yeah.
affect.
Yeah. So let me stop you there and say language barrier was one thing, one separate thing, and my number one thing, I call this the due diligence of understanding the market. I believe that we all used, and maybe it was necessary to use your heart and use your passion and use your optimism, because shit and nothing gets done if you are a sterile, only looking at numbers and figures kind of guy. But I like to say this and see if I can get your mind going. I believe we came somewhere where I knew that the scene had kind of died out. I'm not saying that the drivers had died out. I knew that the drivers were there. And I knew about the issues. And maybe the Finnish people who watch this afterwards and they can talk about this. I believe we came to somewhere where the culture of Time Attack was not just dead, but a little bit in need of some, I'm being very diplomatic now, in need of some renovations. There was some healing, if I'm being very soft now. Some healing had to be done. And the spirit was kind of, it was there. I just talked about the passion. But for an event and the things surrounding an event and how the organizer is viewed and how a track works and different partners works, the culture of that. Yeah, I saw a lot of things I felt were not healthy. And maybe when I meet guys like you and Kirsi and the drivers and they just keep cheering on, you are seeing perhaps not the full picture. You're seeing the good stuff of it. And you should, and we're in hindsight, we're in troubleshooting mode, we're learning, we're older, we're wiser. I even have a beard now. I should have done more research and due diligence on understanding the market and how the previous organizers have instilled certain culture and expectations. I knew our product was really good, and I know it because I look at it and I'm like, safety, lap timing, media, personnel, rules, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, we're killing it. I know it because there's
the
like...
product is great, and that's what we got the most feedback from. Everybody who drove loved it, loved the event, and loved the configuration of rules and everything that was around it. It worked really well. There was just, I think you found the right words to describe what was the biggest challenge. That what people have been used to in Finland, what Time Attack's been, and how it's seen in Finland, and how it used to be. There's been years of struggle before it died out for a short moment, and then we are coming here as a totally new event organizer and coming from totally different kind of culture. Even though I'm a driver that's been in Finland, and we had many Finnish drivers that's been involved in the previous championships and everything, but it's still different. I've been driving in Sweden for past years, and I'm used to that culture, what's been in Sweden, how things work out and everything, and it's always good competition, and like everybody's in a good mood. So, and I'm not saying that people wasn't in good mood also
No,
here
and
in
I'm
Finland,
thinking
but
my brain goes around that this is not what I'm saying, and you agree on, not that much on the time attack drivers. It's more about other things surrounding. It was a general
yeah,
feeling and thing and
I
culture.
I think we sparked a small fire with the first event. It wasn't pretty, but we made it happen, and we actually have quite many people that are talking about Time Attack now and are expecting for the next event, and are expecting Time Attack to be back in Finland, are even interested to join the Swedish Championship. And I think that worked.
Yeah. But it's a work in progress because, yeah, I
Yes.
can tell that sometimes you are a bit self-centered, and it's a really good thing to be an optimist and a positive person, but you also have to respect that certain processes take time, and you can't just ask people to get over it and get positive again. Yeah, and yeah, some logistical details and some other details in making the event happen were very affected by this, and yeah, we've obviously taken the high road in all this, but yeah, it was humbling to understand that you were coming to a lot of Finnish drivers who were as ultra optimistic as they could be. But that was only seeing the good stuff. There was a lot of other challenges to face also.
True.
So those were my things. And Tommy, 2026, it's around the corner. We are in a let's make this happen mode. And to be also quite direct, you are taking a sort of break this year from organizing.
Yeah. So in 26, I'm going to stay out of the event part, just purely because of personal reasons. Like the past year when we pushed off the first event, it was so harsh on myself, and it's been like this for past 3 years at least. And I have paid the price in myself, in my physical condition, and otherwise also in my overall health. And I think this is the time to take a break and try to first fix the most important things, and that's myself. I want to take a year off and focus on training and getting back to good shape and getting back to
Yeah, I
driving.
must say you are looking, you look more, and this is tough love and also a lot of love. You look a bit more like the Tommy that I got to know now than you did
Yeah,
for the last year.
I feel more like it, a lot more. And I have to say, I've already lost quite a lot of weight, which been good for my health. It's purely because I have had time to exercise. I didn't even have time to exercise. I was so busy doing day job, being as a dad, and also arranging things and trying to be a driver. That's just too many things for one person. So I I really made a harsh list that these are the things I have in my life, and which is the important part which I need to focus on, and from there made a decision that now it's my time to focus on this side of my life now, and I rely everything on this event organization to you and Kirsi, as you will do a great work. I'm not worried at all. I I wish all the best, that everything works out well as it worked last year. And
With
we'll
the
see if
lessons added and maybe the experience
yes, a lot more
added. Yeah,
knowledge.
for sure.
So we'll see.
You,
But this year, I'll be building my car and testing it, doing a lot of exercising, and maybe I'll be back in the competition in 27. Who knows?
Well, we hope at least. Well, hope. I'm gonna drag your ass, no matter what you say, to be in the pit area and at least be there to support us and be the profile that you are. I mean, I try to live by a principle where if you've done something good, I'm not going to wash that away and make you jump over the bar again. I'm going to let you keep that badge of honor on your sleeve and don't have to work your ass off again. Even though, of course, if you get comfortable and start screwing up, then that's a natural way to just like, okay, what the fuck with this guy. So yeah, I'm just happy to have you feeling better, and yeah, even just having this talk means a lot, and I think the community needs to see that Finland has its passionate people, and it doesn't take like a degree or being a genius to be a profile that can have impact. I think that's a good lesson that goes for me as well, who has been one of the people building up Time Attack here. So that's a good one. So for this year, yeah, we're gonna talk more about that. We're gonna have Kirsi on. She's patiently waiting because she has, I have to be honest and say, taking on a bigger role this year since you needed a break. And I think also that she and Perttu have taking on quite a load also from what the Swedish side did. The Swedish side is more or less bringing the concept, and as Perttu actually said the other day, the Time Attack machinery is what we bring. And that requires drivers to signing up, It's not harder than that.
True.
So
Yeah.
I know we spoke a little bit about that. What can we say to the Finnish drivers about all this? I mean, it's not like we enjoy busting our asses off to have an event with only a little drivers and people maybe, let me put it out there, maybe not really realizing that the scene was dead. DEAD. Now, a professional Time Attack product is coming to Finland. And that product can only sustain, thrive, and be successful if the drivers, it's like that old movie. You remember that old baseball movie? If you build it, they will come. Well, now the drivers need to come to the event. Not the other joke, that joke. The drivers need to come to the event. You need to sign up to the event. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is true. And especially for the Finnish drivers, I hope everyone signs up early, because this is not the time to do it in the last moment. I know the cars might not be complete yet, and everybody's a bit worried about the weather like it was last year, but now the events moved forward for a few weeks, which will easy out things a lot with the weather. And also for the organization that is doing the event, I have to speak for myself and for Kirsi and Mick and David now, that we need your support. We need you to sign up, so we know that these events are worth our while, that we are building this for you. We are not doing this to ourselves. We are doing this for the drivers, and I especially brought this event to Finland so Finnish Time Attack drivers could have a proper event and proper competition in Finland. And the easiest way to support this event and its future is by signing up and showing that you are interested, doing your part to bring it forward.
And it's thank you. It's very much so that the product is there, but you need to buy it. And it's not like you're giving to charity supporting it. We are bringing you freaking great. It's a restaurant with dishes you will all love if you love track driving. So you're getting a lot of stuff for your money. You're getting your bellies full. You're not giving to charity. And yet we are asking in a very charitable, honest way. Just you coming to our restaurant means the world and supports the community and the growth of the event in the future. Because I feel this is like bringing this to full circle, and see if you agree. Let's say that the event and people are still on the fence about it. You know what? Maybe, and this is a big maybe, or rather, this is a fact. I don't feel like doing the event for anything less than the number of drivers that were there last year. If we don't break the record, again, seeing how successful we were, to me that tells me that maybe Finland doesn't want a professional time attack scene. People are perhaps, and I know I'm saying this and I'm pissing off people who are like, what are you talking about? I've signed up and I love this shit. I share it all the time. And I'm like, good brother. I know, I got your back, and I know you got my back. I'm talking about the guys who are on the fence, who are like rolling their thumbs, thinking maybe I sign up, maybe I don't. I mean, we all can make our decisions. We can all sit home and watch Netflix all day. I watch Netflix sometimes. But if that's all you do and you keep telling people that you want time attack in Finland, that's where I feel we got a reality problem, you know?
Yeah, and that's simple as that. There's nothing to add to it. If people don't want it, then that's it. We don't have to do it. It's not the force for anyone.
It could be.
We are not forcing you to come down, but it will show that if you are not interested, then it's not going to happen. Then just keep going in other places.
Yeah, it's.
I hope that Finnish drivers will show their support and tell them that that's what we want. We want to have a professional level time attack in Finland also. That could help them to build the future and build like the hobby to next level, which we have seen recently in drifting scene. But that would require some decisions to be made, especially for those people who are sitting in the fence and rolling their thumbs and thinking that I'll see who comes up on the list and then I'll make the decision, should I sign up or not. No,
another
you should do
chicken
it
or
now.
the egg situation.
Yeah, exactly. But it's never the answer that you should wait. It's always the answer that you should sign up and you should do the event. When you start even thinking about it, that's the first point that, okay, I should go and try it. I don't have to be the fastest. There's always the problem that people think that I'm going to competition, I need to immediately win. I can tell you an example from my own career in time attack. I started out from the second to last place from my first competition. It's nothing special. Everybody starts from somewhere. Then I felt like that I'm getting faster and faster. I went to Sweden and then immediately found out that I'm not even fast yet. I have to improve a lot. And then I just started to build from there. And that's the great part of it. That's how people should see time attack, that it's improving your own personal results year by year. Even if you are driving the same car or changing to other car and everything. But the most important part is to challenge yourself. It's not the important part which position you are on the result board.
Yeah, and again, this is a call to action. This is a call to inspire people. Sign up, because we need to know within a few weeks. We're not gonna do a time attack event with anything less than without breaking the record. It's just it's not only a matter of principle. It's like telling a driver. It's like telling Sami. Okay, I'm gonna call Sami now. Sami, would you like to go to Alastaro and run a 150? Sami, you want to do 150 lap times in your Fat Cat? What do you think Sami would say about that?
True.
I don't think he would be very
Not so excited.
not excited about that at all. I mean, it's one thing if you are an intermediate driver or a beginner driver. Like you said, you come and you challenge yourself and you don't care much. You're in one part of the evolution. I think with what we've talked about now, to wrap it up, that we want to see it progress. We want to see the drivers appreciating, and we know that they do, but it's also that this is where we need them to show it to us. Like,
Yeah.
we're
And
not
it's
putting
the
a gun
easiest
to
way
their
show us
head.
the support.
Yes, we're not putting a gun to their head. We're feeding them and their bellies nutritional, home-cooked, great food. I'm not a salesman like this. I know this. I did this in my own kitchen for over 12 years, and I'm bringing it to everyone. I'm not forcing you to eat it. I'm actually not forcing you to pay premium price for it, even though it's really premium raw stuff, man. There's really good ingredients in this. I'm not trying to convince you of that.
And also, I have to answer to Fritte's comment here that how we are gaining more people to see the events.
Yeah.
My personal answer is that also comes through the drivers. When you have this variation of different race cars, when you have different drivers, they have friends who are interested in their driving, how their own driver is doing at the track. That will give us more audience because there are people who they like to follow. And that's a whole spiral that we could go down to all the way to social media.
We did
blah,
it.
blah, blah.
Exactly, yes. We talked about
But
this a few episodes back.
important part is that it also comes through the drivers. Because when you have someone that you are interested in, how he's doing at the competition, that will immediately track him in or her to see the competition. And that's like just how it works. They are connected to each other. If there isn't drivers, then we don't have audience either. So
Let me just
that's quite simple math also.
Yeah, and we need to like separate things now, because where the events are in both Sweden and especially in Finland, where it's still a early project. It's only been done once. We've put it on the map. Now it's time to see if it can progress and if it has grown or not. And if it hasn't, then maybe it needs more development.
Yeah, could it be the wise move this time to take more time?
Yeah, and that's the very non-dramatic call to action to drivers. You want us to do this shit again? David, can you play the videos from last year somehow? When we'll do the video from last year, because I know from my heart that we had a great time and we're bringing the same thing with more experienced people, and we're clearing out some of the problems that we have put behind us and taking the high road on. And we want to let all you Finnish drivers take another snack of our lovely home-cooked Scandinavian Time Attack Championship food. But we need you to sign up, okay? As simple as that. Otherwise, we're very comfortable to see if, okay, maybe it is another development year. Although I know the next guest is going to have some big news about that. Big news. So yeah, it's I love this Vodcast. It's been very sincere, I think. Tommy, final thing. We were leaving room for a new way to compete. And we have to keep the schedule. I mean, I love it. I've been developing this for years in my head and with others, and taking inspiration from here and there. And like I said, I'm staying in the whole kitchen metaphor. We've been experimenting with this new dish on how to get into motorsports, get into the lap time, personal best hunting habits, but without having to basically, if you want to go in unlimited or any higher class in Time Attack, kill yourself and your wallet. So I'm going to ask you quite directly. Pace race. What have you I've asked you to look at it and be critical of it and give me feedback of it. How would you summarize the pace race competition format that is going to be available on King of Finland?
Easiest way to get into motorsports, to step up your track day, have fun time during the weekend, be able to compete against anyone. Simple as that. It's a great format in my mind.
So it's as simple as that. We've narrowed it down to 3 qualifying heats. Run as many laps as you want on those 3 qualifying heats. Your 3 best lap times from those 3 sessions. Doesn't matter if it was in the first session or spread out, one in each session. The deficit, or rather the differential, between the best one and the third best one is your pace rating.
Yes.
So that
You
means
don't
that
have to be the fastest, but the most constant.
yes, you need to know your car, you need to know your limits, or you need to drive a lot of laps and just keep pounding, keep grinding. The competition format rewards anyone who loves driving, loves finding their limits, and then the pace rating is basically a sort of average of your lap times. So it's extremely simple. No rule books, no classes, everyone competes against each other. Yeah, this is what I hope will be. We talked about Club Go as an entry level class in Time Attack. This is even simpler than that. And it's like, yeah, I don't know how you can make it more simple than that.
Yeah, pace race it's interesting format because it's easy to join. It's even easier than Time Attack, and you don't have to fear that someone is faster than you, and you have to push your limits and push your car that you would be the first one. But
I think.
after all, in other way, pace race is also a really tough competition. You have to keep in mind that driving in steady pace, fast laps, is something that the professional drivers are training for. That's what they are constantly aiming for, that they can perform on the best level that they can on each lap. And they are practicing for that for years. So in this way, during a pace race format, you can also do the same thing with your own car. It's not like that I'm just driving constant 80 kilometers an hour around the track and I'll
No.
do my best and da da da. It's not that way. When you go out to the track, everything changes. And when you go to competition and see how small differences can be and what separates the winner from the second place, that changes the whole game and makes it interesting. I'm really looking forward to it, and I feel like that I would, if I would make an exception that I would be out in a competition this year, it would be definitely a pace race that I would do. It sounds so good.
Yeah, so we are going to translate the Finnish. It's actually already pacerace.se. If you go into pacerace.se, maybe David can scroll it up, you can actually watch a little video with a lot of vodcast interviews of me and some other guests who have developed this. And you can put on it's English subtitles on it, so you will get everything you need. It's already actually in Finnish, so thank you, Perttu, if you've been messing with this perfectly. There you can see it. It's so simple that it's actually, you're like, okay, is that all it is? Is it that easy? And everyone can join. And it's also, and we'll talk to the next guest about it, it's a very, very financially friendly way to get to the track. And perhaps also for someone who prefers to drive a little less, it's perfect. If you like to drive more, we have Time Attack. So yeah, we'll talk more about that with our next guest. Tommy, is there anything you'd like to add before I introduce Kirsi?
I just want to say thank you to everyone from the last season, and thank you to those crazy sponsors who got involved with King of Finland. And I miss all of you guys. Hopefully, we will see at the track days and doing testing. I'll be releasing a new YouTube series on the R8 1-to-1 channels, and also I'm constantly updating to Instagram what's going on with my life. It's still full of motorsport, so just keep following, and I hope we see you at the track.
Yeah, man. Take care. You look great. Keep up the good work, and we are definitely seeing you on King of Finland weekend if it happens, which I truly believe, and we've already come a long way on it. But we are not comfortable with anything less than we want to see and put it on the. What do you say in Finnish? We want to put it in the bank that the record is
Yes.
broken, and it was not even very dramatic. It's obvious this scene is hungry for quality time attack. It wants great time attack events at least once a year. They don't want the old bullshit, okay? Does it need to be a harsher call to action than that?
No, I think that makes the message.
All right, Tommy. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.
So for our next guest, she is the queen of EV Time Attack. She is the founder of Time Attack, and she has worked also diligently with bringing a lot of media attention to Time Attack. Actually, even going so far to helping us to last season in Sweden reach national media in a small news clip. And like we mentioned, making national TV in Finland with a whole episode on Time Attack from the historical first King of Finland. So she also, and to her resume added, brought EV racing at the European Time Attack level, which actually brought us very fittingly the first ever Finnish European EV Championships. Pertti, I know you're happy about that. Get well soon with your back issues. So here is the queen of EV, and I think I have to also officially call her the Finnish promoter of King of Finland, Kirsi Immonen. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry for making you wait so long. Me and Tommy got talking. Sorry, we've been sitting for 1 hour. I hope you still have some energy, but I look at the clock, and since you are 1 hour ahead of us and we started this 1 hour early,
Yeah.
like ideal time to. My camera keeps blinking, but okay. Kirsi, I gave a really clear introduction, but let newer viewers hear who you are and your role in the especially King of Finland event.
I'm Kirsi, and I'm like a, how can I explain it? I'm like a event organizer here in Finland, and I'm making a promotion that we are getting attendees and also partners who can help us to get our budget, and also doing a lot of stuff from the media perspective, etc. And of course, doing a lot of things with the EVs and EV class. So
yeah, you have an. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a chance that I'm already snoring when you are inviting me in, so I need to wake up a little bit. So.
Yeah, no problem. To your resume, we can add that you are extremely specialized in building the EV community and events for the EV car owners out there. Am I right? Is that the easiest way to, like, okay, you have these Pokemons and your Pokemon special skill is EV community events hosting?
Yeah, I have been doing that already 9 years, and from the track day perspective, I think it has been past 7 years. We have been driving on the track and also on ice track, so it has been really important part of the events what I have been doing. And I was calculating one day how many EVs has been attending our events, so it's all over 600 EVs, so that's a lot. Yeah.
That is a lot. And I know also that you are very loyal and worked a long time with the Tesla Club. That has been your primary channel, but now you are working with many other brands too, am I right?
Yeah, I'm stepping down from the Tesla Club Finland, and I want to be here to all EV owners, so because I think that's the picture we need to look now, because it's a wider picture. It has been really nice journey with Tesla, but now I wanna look like a wider picture and make events to all EV drivers. So yeah, that's the road where I'm going. So, yeah.
It seems like for me as an enthusiast who has been introduced to this much thanks to you and to EV Time Attack, that now it seems like there are so many different brands with competitive EV models that it just sounds like there should be no other way than you stepping out of the one brand bubble, even though I do understand that you build, I heard this from another talk earlier today, that you have to conquer one area before you move on to a bigger area. But it does feel that it's ideal to have someone with your experience and 9 years with one brand to see other brands. And we could see, by the way, not just in the King of Finland success in the amount of EV drivers signing up, but also in the Scandinavian Time Attack Championship, that there are different brands competing. And you feel am I right in that the trend seems very positive that way?
Yeah, it is, and I'm very happy that we are getting more brands to drive in our track days and also in Time Attack events. So because there is really good options to do this. Of course, you can drive with all EVs, but there is really nice models what are really good on the track already, that you don't need to even modify those cars, that they are still fast. So yeah.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing that keep growing. It was another big feather in the cap, as you say, to have a European Championship class with this, and hope to see it grow on all ends. Finland is way ahead of the curve, and I do believe it's mostly because of your involvement. So there's good and bad things about that, you know?
Yeah.
So hopefully we can spread the message and see, because we all know the EV and the sustainability, I would say area in every business is huge. So I do feel that not just this boring thing of getting more revenue, but it's so much fun to hopefully get other companies and car models involved in the scene we are trying to build here, where guys like me and Tommy and all these other classic tuning culture people will get new friends and new companies who see what they do, and maybe they will actually look at in the future, or maybe adding to their family carpool an EV or whatever, or technology. Yeah, I think there's a lot of win-win here, which a lot of petrol heads fail to see sometimes.
Yeah, and I think the one important thing is that we share the same passion. We all love the motorsport, and now we can do it together. It doesn't matter, are you driving with a petrol car or EV car? We are at the same road. So I think this is the main message. So, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of, you've been listening in here on me and Tommy, and like I've been saying, I do believe that the first year was a massive success in its own way. We made history that was probably bigger than we expected, but we also faced some problems, and it was very taxing on not just all of us in the project leadership, but also on everyone helping out. And you know, we want to do it again, and we have everything we need to do it again. So the only thing that is lacking now is drivers signing up. And I want to you want to add to that?
Yeah, we need more signing ups because like last year it was quite late when people jump in, but now we need to make sure that we have really good, that we can guarantee that this is also good from the budget perspective, because we can't do it like the negative side. So we need support from the drivers that if you want to join, you need to sign up now, that we can make sure that this is also good from the budget perspective. So
Yeah, and that's where, how do I introduce this? You have worked your butt off to talk to companies who support that this movement, not just from the EV perspective, but to car culture overall, and call it community and event as a platform to meet and whatever, that it keeps growing. So you have some news to share, right? Because this is like we're actually quite tight on time, and that this is a quite urgent call to action. It's like within a few weeks, these drivers who are thinking about the weather should stop thinking about the weather and just go for the gamble and sign up, because we're doing this and we break the records, and the companies supporting us want us to break records, or they don't want us to do it at all. Am I right?
Yeah, so we need to be sure from that side. So I think in 2 weeks we need to get enough sign-ups that we can be sure that this is going to happen. I have been doing a massive work behind this event. I have been talking with the companies who wants to support this event, etc. So it's going quite well, but it's not enough yet. So we need also drivers. It would be quite funny that I can collect the whole budget from the companies, but then we don't have even drivers there. So because I really want to do this job that drivers can sign up with a little bit lower price. So and then it's easier to sign in. So yeah.
So we promised, and I think you're being a bit humble about this, and let me spell it out for you. You basically have companies that really want this to happen, but they also have the same goals as we do. And certain companies, they work like that. We will support something, but only if it produces a certain volume. We won't be interested in supporting it if it's only like for you and your friends. We want to push stuff to develop. We want to push stuff to expand. And like we already said, we need to break the record, and we need to like have it in the bank, because literally you have companies that are willing to support and even pay a part of the driver's sign-up fee, as long as the drivers are motivated enough and get their asses moving to completing their cars and coming to the event. Am I right?
Yeah. We need to wake up now. It's not winter anymore, so yeah.
And from what I understand, the companies, and we won't go into the whole corporate stuff here. The companies are saying that we are getting green-lighted to drop the most aggressive discount price I'd say we've never had in Swedish Time Attack. Not even when we were doing stuff in a really shitty way with these amateur timekeeping devices, and just me and a few of our friends were doing it. It wasn't that cheap even back then. But now, thanks to your companies and this, we support you. You need to get drivers to sign up, and we will help you with that by giving a really low sign-up offer, which, by the way, is up on our new web shop that makes it even easier to sign up. So what's the catch? Is there a catch in this?
No, there is no any catch. I think the main thing is that this is really good event and the product is amazing, and we have been bringing this to Finland that people can really enjoy the best event in Scandinavia. So it's really easy way to just go to our shop and sign up. So it's really easy way to do it. So yeah.
And now I think at least half of the drivers are sitting at home and thinking, what's in it for me? What are you talking about? Better price. Do we demonstrate it? Do we talk? Can we see? I'm not been lying. I've been sick and taking care of another sick baby too. So I think from tomorrow, the new pricing and new packages will come online, and you will be able to drive on the Friday and have the pace race experience, that we call it sample experience, with a little less driving, for a ridiculous low price. And at the same time, the price for the Time Attack package, which is the premium Scandinavian Time Attack experience, with plenty of driving, with less cars on the track, the whole Saturday and the Friday, that's going to become really cheap tomorrow. Am I right?
Yeah, I can't wait that. But tomorrow morning everybody is ready and you don't need to do anything else, just sign up there. So
and no catch, they don't have to take any funny drugs or anything?
No, nothing.
No?
Just sign up. No.
Not even have like these massive 1 meter big stickers on their cars?
No, I promise if we don't get 20 sign-ups tomorrow, I'm coming to your home and I ring the bell and I force you to sign up. So
okay, so if you don't sign up, that's where the trouble starts. Okay,
yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, in all seriousness, in Sweden, we have had similar partnerships where we've had campaigns that have been funded by brands. But this is by far the most aggressive we've ever had it. So these companies really want to show, I think, Scandinavia, that Finland is a place where a culture like this and quality motorsports and, I would say, enthusiast technology and tuning driven kind of communities keep growing.
yeah, I believe that. So yeah.
Oh, I keep hearing now also from our producer that I feel like I'm doing a TV shop commercial now. You feel it? I hope people have watched the 1 hour and 30 minutes when I'm being myself. I'm just being. You're gonna be able to book, if you don't like driving that much and you just want to try out pace race and just run a few laps, get your personal bests on Saturday, be part of the all fun. The pricing is gonna start at around 199 euros for 2 days. So, thank you. I mean, what else can we do? I mean, I'm not gonna come home and help you finish your car. These companies can't pay me or anyone enough to help you finish your car. That's on your now. If I'm talking to you, driver, you have to finish your car and come to the event. You have to sign up. And within, I think, I haven't seen the conditions yet, within a week or two, we need to see that the record is achievable. That's what the companies have demanded, right?
Yeah, we need to break the record. Maybe 100 cars. So that's a goal.
Yeah, with the pace race format, it's very helpful. You can be a normal track day driver, not have a very competitive car. You will be put in a group with total beginners in quite slow cars. You will do your free sessions and you will love it. Trust me. I'm not gonna say your money back, but it's close to that. It's like I've never seen one customer come to me and say, I was so annoyed by all this. I want my money back.
Yeah, I remember from the last year, because the base race, it was a new thing to me, and our team members came to me that, Kirsi, how this is possible that you are in a in a better place, the position than we are, and I was like, what is going on here? And then was okay. I have been driving similar times, lap after lap. So it was really nice to see that I can be good there, because I didn't have so good with the competing. So it was really nice to see that there is a chance if you don't have the experience. And I think this is a good message to all people who is thinking to signing up, that this base race, it's really nice way to come in. You can drive like a 3 minutes laps. It's fine. Then you are really good, because if you can repeat it again. So yeah.
If you just keep holding it on your limits that you're comfortable with, and do it lap after lap, you're actually doing something quite, it demands a certain skill to do that. It doesn't matter if you do it in a Volkswagen ID4 or you do it in Oskar i Grön's Batmobile Monster Taycan. It's like, it doesn't matter at all.
No.
So we have a monster prize, and we have a new way to compete where you don't have to worry about finishing last because your car is much less powered than the other competitors. But at the same time, let me say this, Time Attack, and this is also something you can confirm, because you did your first season in Time Attack not long ago. It's also very easy to get into and get to know another, let's call it, another level of motorsports, to get that in your blood. You don't have to. Now you can just do pace race and be happy with that. But there is more juice and more motorsports orientated concept in Time Attack as well. And now we actually even also have 2 EV classes, the EV Go and the standard EV Street class. So even you with the guys with the lower level Teslas and the IDs and the Polestars, you can do the EV Go class, like the petrol heads have their Go class. Now you have one as well. So I don't know what else we can do. I can't finish people's cars. I do hope that if you can't finish your car, you don't have the money to finish it, then come to the track or support the event by spreading awareness. Ask a friend to go there, and you go there together, and we'll have a great time. I think it feels weird. It's like a call to action that is so like generous in some way.
Yeah, and I think the first step is to sign in and then finish the car. So don't finish the car first and then sign up. So do it in other ways. So yeah. Yeah,
and I say this because in Sweden we have people signing up even during late fall for the next season, and it's been that's a big change, I think, in the culture. That for the event to be able to plan. And like we have now, companies telling or shouting at drivers, listen, we got you a super price to get there. Because we need to see this happen, and we need to see the organizers to plan the event accordingly. Not after a small event, but after a bigger event. We need to have drivers to like stop overthinking and stop waiting and doubting, because once you sign up, I'm ready to say that this is a money back guarantee. If signing up to the event doesn't put some extra, call it juice, in your body to finish the car, then maybe you're not a Time Attack driver, maybe you're not a motorsports driver, maybe you're just someone who likes to work on their car and do the occasional track thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, we, and like Tommy and I said, we're looking to see if there is a community in Finland that wants a bit more.
And I'm 100% sure that we can do it bigger and better than last year. So let's do it, Finns. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. So tomorrow during the day, keep an eye out and go into pacerace.se to read more about how that type of competition works. And you'll also see on TimeAttack.se there's a Finnish. You have your lovely husband Perttu who does the translation. So we have committed a lot to making the user experience very friendly to Finnish. I wish I knew Finnish myself so I could do my rants in Finnish too. It would actually sound quite fun, I think. But I can't do that, but at least we have the videos with English subtitles, so check it out. But all the rest, the web shop and everything, that's in Finnish. So I don't know, Kirsi, what you say in Finnish to say that... what do you say? Like you say in Spanish, you say vamos, vamos. Come on. What's the Finnish saying? Hyvä? No.
I don't know. It always sounds better in English, so I can say just let's do it. So.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just do it. We hope to see a lot of new faces and to see also the video from last year's event and to hype up this year's event. We hope to finish it within a week and to also start making content about everyone who has signed up and about these lovely partners that are basically throwing funding and resources into making this happen and doing it in a very generous way that the drivers are having a really, really low sign-up fee.
Yeah, I can't wait tomorrow. So we will get a lot of drivers in. So yeah.
All right. I think that's it for tonight. I see if we have some chat comments here. Fritte, you have been lighting up the chat a bit here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Spectators. Video material. David, can you push up some comments? Yeah, obviously. The comment about making a video material, not how that's important. Question for Kirsi. The same I made to Tommy. Drivers, absolutely. But how can we make more spectators to show up on our events? And yeah, I was saying that before, Kirsi. I'm not going to let you answer it. Right now, we are focusing on making an entirely dedicated event for drivers and even partners. Like we already said, you have to conquer one area before you conquer the next one. Drivers, sign up, come to the event. We were 60-something last year. I actually already forgot the number. We broke the record last year. We want to break it again. If we do that, then we'll start to have enough fuel to start looking at how this can be a spectator event. Is that fair enough?
It is. So let's focus on the driver and quality of the event, and after that we can think more. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
One final thing for everybody.
David, yes, please.
We found an old photograph of you, Mika.
Oh, really?
Oh,
shit. Oh, my God.
Oh.
But he has no beard. He doesn't have a beard. You know who that is. I was reading the comments and I was like, what is he talking about? But now I sort of see it. Yeah, I think he's a quite well-known musician. Maybe one of the...
John Lennon.
Yes. Well, Fritte. Maybe I should keep the glasses. Like you have your hat, I will have my orange glasses. Right, peeps. Maybe we can end the whole broadcast by showing the whole... is the segment... it doesn't matter if it's texted or not. Maybe we should show the TechNavi segment to end this, so it's online. What do you think, Kirsi?
That's good. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Yeah, full screen, and then we'll end the broadcast. And we say goodbye now. So, Kirsi, nice work. Drivers should be very thankful for a record low sign-up fee. Now they need to show us that they want this to happen. For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everyone. Adios.
Good night.
Ja otetaan ylös, niin sit voit verrata, että miten kaverit ajoi ja se jotenkin mielenkiinto lisääntyy vaan.
Minkä autonen sä olit valinnut itsellesi tähän sähköautoluokkaan?
Tesla Model 3 Performance, eli tällainen suorituskykyinen perheauto.
Miten sä uskot tavallaan, että se auto pärjää niin kuin suorituskyvyssä ja näin?
Pärjää siinä, missä tosi moni suorituskykyinen polttomoottoriautokin, että kyllä se tuolla radalla on kotona.
Mä ajan nyt tämmöisellä Porsche Taycan Turbo GT Vaissa-versiolla. Porschen insinöörien taidonnäyte ja haaste sähköjumalille ja fysiikallaille, mitä nyt tällä hetkellä sähköautot sarjatuotantoisena niin pystyy tarjoamaan.
No miten sä toivoisit, että tämä tavallaan kehittyisi jatkossa?
Toivoisin, että sähköautoluokka on mukana myös jatkossa suomalaisessa moottoriurheilussa ja päästään kehittämään myöskin sähköistä ja sekä myös TimeAttack Motorsporttia.
Mä haluaisin, että kehittyisi niin, että näitä kilpailuja olisi tarjolla niin kuin Suomessakin. Et nyt tällä hetkellä mäkin kilpailen tällä kaudella nyt 4 kilpailussa ja niistä 3 on Ruotsissa. Että saataisiin jatkossa tänne meille vähän enemmän kuin ehkä 1 tapahtuma kesään. Että
Sähköauton kanssa ajaminen ei tietenkään lopu ruutulippuun. myös lataus on osa kokonaisuutta, ja erityisesti kotilataus ratkaisee paljon, kun auto on osa sekä arkea että kisaviikon loppuja. Otetaan selvää, millaisen ratkaisun GoE Charger tarjoaa. Mikä on GoE Charger ja kenelle se sopii?
GoE Charger on tommonen älykäs, helppokäyttöinen sähköautojen latausasema, mikä on nopea ottaa käyttöön, kunhan vaan sopiva pistorasia löytyy. Ja ostajakunnassa meillä on ehkä 2 asiakastyyppiä korostunut, eli toinen on paljon matkustelevat, liikkuvat, mitkä latailee kotona, reissussa, sukulaisessa tai mökillä. Ja sitten toinen profiili on taas semmoinen, joka haluaa älykkään latausaseman, eli millä optimoidaan sähkön kulutusta, sähkön hintaa, eli vaikka pörssisähkölatauksella tai aurinkosähkölatauksella sitten.
No voiko tällaisella laturilla ladata ihan missä vaan?
No käytännössä missä vaan löytyy sopiva voimavirta, eli 3 vaihepistorasia. Ja niitä on 16 ja 32 ampeerin ja meitä löytyy molempiin vaihtoehtoja, eli 11 ja 22 kilowatin laitteet. Että niitähän löytyy Suomessa, voisi sanoa melkein mistä vaan. Ja niin kuin täällä nähdään, niin radalla niitä on kymmenittäin ja me ollaan saatu sillä lailla helposti ladattua myös näitä sähköautoja täällä latakäytössä.
Ja kuinka nopeasti sitten yleensä, jos ajatellaan vaikka tällä radalla, niin auto saataisiin ladattua? Totta kai se riippuu akun koosta, mutta kauanko siinä yleensä menee? No tässä taitaa suuri akku olla 100 kilowattitunnin tommonen Porsche Taycan, niin sillä käytännössä saa 10 tuntia, eli aamulla valmis, kun illalla laitetaan lataukseen. Ja sitten vaikka tämmönen oma i3, missä on pikkuinen akku, niin se on sitten 4 tuntia sillä että tämmöiseen niin jo arkikäyttöön erittäin hyvä valinta. Kyllä. Autourheilussa renkailla on suuri merkitys. Käydään kysymässä rengaspuolelta uusimmat kuulumiset. No nyt kun ollaan täällä katsomassa sähköautojen isoja, niin rengasvalinnat on varmasti aika tärkeässä osassa. Mikä on oikea valinta?
Tämmöiseen ratapäivään niin meillä on toi meidän moninkertainen testivoittaja Continental Sport Contox 7 ja sopii tommoseen maantieajoon ja sitten just näihin tapahtumiin, että rengas toimii hyvin. Ei tarvi lämmittää kun lähtee ajelemaan, eli heti siitä kun pääsit radalle, niin voit alkaa ajaa kovaa. Ja täällä on muutamalla autolla ne alla ja tullut hyvää palautetta Ruotsista asti, että silloin varsinkin kun keli on kostea, vähän märkää, niin taitaa olla aika ylivoimainen se meidän rengas.
Aivan. Kuinka hyvin se kestää sitten, jos ajatellaan, että pitääkö niinku yhden kisan jälkeen vaihtaa renkaat?
Ei ihan yhden kisan jälkeen, mutta kaikki tietää, että sähköautot on tehokkaita, niissä on paljon painoa. Se tuo tiettyjä haasteita renkaalle, mutta me ollaan taklattu se ihan hyvin. Että kyllä sillä muutaman kisan voi ajaa ja sitten kotiinkin vielä kisan jälkeen.
Niin, kyllä. No mistä näitä renkaita saa?
Meillä on tämmönen Best Drive-ketju Suomessa. Vähän vajaa 30 liikettä tällä hetkellä voimakkaasti kasvava. Sieltä niitä kannattaa kysellä.
Ensimmäinen King of Finland on nyt kruunattu, Oskari Grön. Homma polkaistiin käyntiin juuri niin näyttävästi kuin kuuluukin. TimeAttack-kisat, tiimihenki ja sähköinen suorituskyky. Alastaro tarjosi kaikkea tätä. Lue lisää aiheesta osoitteesta